President Volodymyr Zelensky recently announced plans to hold a second international summit on peace in Ukraine this November. This summit will follow the first one held in Switzerland, where representatives from 92 countries gathered to discuss peace in the region. Notably, Russia, which invaded Ukraine in February 2022, was not invited to the first summit and dismissed it as irrelevant. Zelensky aims to have a comprehensive plan ready for this upcoming summit and expressed his belief that Russian representatives should attend. His remarks came after returning from a NATO summit in Washington. While a Russian deputy foreign minister stated last week that Moscow would not attend a follow-up summit, the Kremlin has been less definitive, indicating there was no precise substance regarding the idea of a second summit. The first summit addressed 3 of the 10 points in Zelenskyy's peace formula: food security, nuclear safety, and the release of prisoners of war and children. The second summit is expected to involve a plan created by numerous countries working together in various groups. To prepare for the summit, officials are likely to meet in Qatar at the end of July or the beginning of August to focus on energy security. Meetings on food security are planned in Turkey in August, and discussions on prisoners of war and children will take place in Canada in September. On the battlefield, Russian forces have been making progress in the east, leveraging their advantage in troop numbers and equipment. Ukraine, meanwhile, has strengthened its defenses with Western arms deliveries and anticipates receiving a first batch of F-16 fighter jets from its allies soon. Zelensky mentioned that while the fighter jets would arrive this summer and more by the end of the year, they would not be sufficient to match the Russian Air Force's level of power. Ukraine has stated it needs at least 128 F-16s and has been intensifying its efforts to mobilize more civilians into the armed forces. Zelensky acknowledged the need for expanded training facilities to accommodate the growing number of recruits, noting that current facilities are being enlarged to meet this demand. Overall, Zelenskyy's strategy focuses on both diplomatic efforts through international summits and strengthening Ukraine's military capabilities with support from global allies.